Good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, Arshi ma'am, you're audible.
Okay, sir. Actually, no
Yeah.
response was coming, so I thought that
No,
I'm
no,
not.
generally we wait for 5 minutes.
Okay.
So let us wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll start.
Okay. I think I'm able to share my screen, my
Yes, you
P,
are able to.
but I'm unable to play the slide. Not actually. No.
Go to,
Hmm. Good evening, all. I'm Arshi Khan from Bokaro, Jharkhand, and I'm teaching social science at TGT Social Science at Adarsh Vidya Mandir, and I have 10 years teaching experience. Today I am going to present a webinar on strategic classroom governance. And thank you, Ravi sir, for giving me such an opportunity. And I hope I live up to your expectations. And definitely there are some takeaways from this. Let's start with this PPT. Before we go, because this is a very important topic, that is classroom management. Every time whenever we enter our class, sometimes we face noisy class, quiet class, very quiet. If your class is very quiet, that is also not good. If it is very noisy, that is also not good. So how it should be exactly for a better learning outcome? Because we are teachers here and we all are a simple thing that you're doing for better learning outcomes. And if suppose because of the classroom behavior of the children, maybe many reasons we'll discuss later, it can be a problematic. The thing is that what you are going to achieve, exactly you are not going to achieve it, because your target is to maximize the learning outcome, and if class is not well settled, that is impossible. So before we start, I would like to ask you that when you enter the class, how is your, I mean, what exactly children expect from you, and what exactly conversation you first start in your class whenever we enter in. My question is, whenever we go to the class, how you start the conversation with your student. And if you want to say, all of you, if you want to say, it's okay, otherwise you can type in chat box. Well, how you start the day, how you start the class, what conversation you start. Can you please share me your views on chat box? Or you can say also, yes, Ravi sir, you want to share something? How you start your conversation earlier? Right now you are principal, I know.
I rather prefer what we say, like participant speaking on this. So you can motivate your participants to speak.
Yeah, I would like to ask Ruchika ma'am. Do you like to share anything? Or Jyoti ma'am? And I think Suganti ma'am. Anyone, if you want to share anything about your how you start the day, the first class you
Good evening.
go.
Ma'am, I'm the class teacher. So in the beginning, I just have the prayer. I just tell my children, I wish them good morning. That I reciprocate the same from the kids. And after that, we start with the prayer.
That is okay. We all do that. Being a class teacher, everyone has to go through sometime in assembly or sometime outside in the class only. But after that, when you have taken attendance and everything, you must have started your class, whatever subject you're teaching.
We usually have I always start my class with the recap of whatever we have done earlier. So I do the recap of that. And sometimes I ask my children, since the IPL is going on, the
Mm.
children are busy discussing about the match. And also, I also engage sometimes with them.
That is very important. Straight away, we
Yes, ma'am.
cannot go to the topic that
No,
we
no,
are
like,
going to
yes,
teach.
because of the IPL season going on, they also asked me that which team do you support, teacher? And I also then
That's a good idea.
start discussing about the cricket.
You should be general awareness, general knowledge should be very strong. That's way
Yes, yes,
you
ma'am.
are
Because
able
of
to
which
know
I have
the
started
interest of the
developing
children.
interest.
Anyone else, anything you want to share?
Ma'am, in my case, ma'am, first I'm going to ask you good morning. How are you all? You had your breakfast. Then slowly I'm going to start my class in that way. First, you had your breakfast. How are you? How was your yesterday? What you did? Like that questions I would like to ask the students.
That's exactly. Sometimes we just give a smile. We can ask, how's your day? Then we come to the topic. We can go for recapitulation, what we have done in the last class. And we can have some.
Yes, ma'am, like that only I'm going to take the class.
Okay, that's very nice of you sharing your ideas. Now let's start our PPT. First part is content. We have introduction to the strategic classroom governance. Then roles and responsibility. Let's start with introduction. So first of all, what exactly we have in classroom management? How we are going to structure our class, policies, practices that influence student behavior and instructional quality. Finally, fostering an effective learning environment. That means for creating a very effective learning environment, a very effective learning outcome, we have to look after our classroom governance, how we are going to manage the class, whether it is structure, how you're going to keep the structure circular, semicircular, or simple row wise, or how you're going to influence the student behavior. It can be changed through the structure also, how you're facing the students, and what instructions you are giving. Are you very strict? Are you very soft? Because sometimes if you are very soft, we are not very, we need to strict at some level. That doesn't mean that we become Hitler type, not that mean, but we need to be some little bit strictness we have. We can't be like parents. We can't be like parents, behave like parents, and anything we can allow. Our instructions should be very clear what we want. They should know that yes, now the class is started. Let's begin with the, like any topic you have taken, you have started the class. It should go smoothly. That is, whenever we enter a class, we have some lesson plan. That means that lesson plan should be covered. It should not go in vain. Just keep quiet saying all this, and your 20 minutes have already gone. That means we are going to take it seriously that yes, whatever lesson plan I have, it should bring some effective learning environment. It should bring some learning outcome. And it's very important for any educational setup that you have a good classroom governance. Effective classroom governance, very important for academic achievement, student engagement, and for a conducive learning atmosphere. It's very important because that we cannot think of a better educator ourselves if we are not able to manage our class. Sometimes what happens, whenever you go cross through a class, it's very noisy. Sometimes we have a feeling that, oh, the teacher is not able to manage the class. But not exactly that the case. Maybe you have given some topic to discuss, but it should not be it should be active class, but it should not be always noisy class. Active class, that means most of the students are taking participation in whatever activity. Suppose you are teaching any topic, there you need a role play. Definitely, if they are going to do a role play, that means they are going to discuss anything. If they are going to discuss, group discussion is going on, there would be some noise, but it should be for their betterment, not for any nonsense. So, promoting academic achievement is very important through this classroom governance. We have see, you are a very good class teacher, you are a very good subject teacher, you have a very good quality, but you are not able to discipline and manage your class, everything on vain. So next is how it has actually, we have to see the historical context of this classroom governance. The concept of classroom governance has evolved from the traditional authoritarian models to more democratic and participatory approaches that empower students. See, when I think go to the very early time, now we have been very like very dynamic type. Teachers are also, system is also, but when we were kids, or we can say our parents were in the school, that time the teacher was like a authoritarian. It was not like they are giving chance to you. You can come and give your views, or you can also participate, or we have a very like what I say, we have a very experiential type of learning. Earlier it was not very strict, and if you're not able to do, you know how much that is corporal punishment. Right now it's being actually completely banned. That time it was not so. So it has evolved from the traditional classroom governance was there also, but now the approach has changed. It has become more democratic and participatory, that we are allowing children come and give your views, and they are very, things have changed. Earlier that time was constructive, and behavior is have shaped classroom governance, offering frameworks that educators use to create effective learning environment. Earlier, we have already talked about historical. Now we have many theories, like we are working on behaviorism, we are working on constructivism, but that more important thing is that we have to create a effective learning environment through this classroom governance. Why it is important? That is also a very important question. Before we go to the principles of effective classroom, I would just ask you, or you can share your views, why it is very important. That is classroom governance. Why classroom governance is very important. Anyone can come and tell me? I don't want to be very monotonous and keep on talking. I would like to share you some videos also after principal discussion. But before that, I would like to know from participants why you think it's very important to have a classroom management or classroom governance. Why do we need this? Yes, Jyoti ma'am? Nobody is important.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
To create a positive atmosphere in the classroom, the classroom governance is very important according to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Positive learning environment if you want to create, and positive things has to be and takes place in the classroom according to me. And even we can involve the student also there.
Yes.
And even we'll get a spontaneous response from the student also. And
Yes, exactly.
through this, we can achieve the academic goals also.
we can know that how much
Yeah.
whatever we have prepared, is it going on, it is successful or not.
Through that only we'll get to know where we are, and as well as we can get to know the we can reply from the student also, spontaneous response from the students.
Actually, whole system is based on this effective classroom governance only. If
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is successful,
exactly.
you are a successful educator.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyone else? Ruchika ma'am? Shilpa ma'am? Okay, you said now. Pooja ma'am?
Ma'am,
Okay,
that same thing, ma'am, for effective lesson planning, like whatever lesson planning we have done, so the learning outcome should be executed in that case. So if the classroom management is good, then we can whatever like learning objectives we have planned, that will be done.
exactly. Without our effectiveness, classroom effectiveness, we are not able to achieve our learning outcomes. Thank you. Now let's come to our principle, that is equity and inclusivity. Now, right now, this is a very important topic about equity and inclusivity. Effective classroom governance must recognize and respond to the varied backgrounds, learning style, capabilities of its student, ensuring everyone has equal opportunity to succeed. See, as we have 5 fingers in our hand and they all are not equal. So we cannot compare children's or our students together that, oh, he or she is very brilliant. See how you are. You're not up to the mark. You're not living up. You're not having good results. You're not a good dancer. You're not a good musician. We cannot compare our students because they all have some other background, the learning style. They have capabilities different. Some learn very fast, some are audio visual, some are only audio they learn. Some needs variety in their senses. They need something extra. Some really fight sometimes, maybe dyslexia or any other issue, or maybe family problems. So we are going to present an effective classroom governance. That means you have to recognize and according to what you have found out that yes, this child is struggling with maths, struggling with good writing. So we have to respond according to that. That is not that you just think that all my 40 or 35 students are very good in everything. That can't be possible. And we have to take it, we have to accept it that no, my students are from different backgrounds and I have to take care, and for each and everything, I have to go through that. Right now, I'm teaching in class 9, geography. I am having 3 sections in class 9. And you won't believe that in all 3 sections, I take my learning style changed. One class is very, very weak. Most of the students are very weak. One class is very active. I need extra material for them because they already know whatever it is given in book. And third class is just medium. Some are good, some are just low. They are not ready to learn. They are not accepting. So I have to, my learning style changes. Somewhere I have to start from the scratch, and somewhere I know their level is high, so I start from that point. So we have to take the class as the students are. We cannot compare all sections together. Whatever classes you have got, you have to see what is their, how they are going to accept you, how they are going to take the learning outcomes. So we have to adjust according to. We cannot go same lesson plan. You cannot go for each and every class. Even if the same sections are different, classes are same, my lesson plan is same, but the way I respond to them is different. So that is very important. We have some strategies for inclusion, implementing tailored strategies, or you can say customize, such as collaborative learning. Collaboration should be there. Then adaptive technologies, they are able to adapt the technologies, helps create a welcoming environment where all students feel valued and are actively engaged. See, being an educator, it's our most important thing that we should be present a collaborative learning. And there should be some technology must be there because it create a welcoming environment. Students feel very good. Feel valuation. They feel they are valued, and because of that, they actively engage. If you want to share, any one of you, if you want to share, like I have shared my experience that how I take 3 section, same class 9, 3 different styles. You must have faced, maybe you must have facing or may have that experience. Just share something about your, something different in any section or any class, anything that actually touch your heart while taking classes, something, or sometimes you get irritated. Personal experience, kindly share your personal experience about classroom management. Sometimes you failed. Sometimes you feel that, oh, today I have not succeeded in my lesson plan. Or sometimes you feel very happy that, yes, today is the most constructive day. I have really done something. Or maybe some compliment you get from your student. That kind of experience anyone has? Yes, Pooja ma'am, Ruchika ma'am. I think I'm asking, maybe I'm asking so much, but I don't want to keep it monotonous that just I am only speaking and you are just listening. Anyone, any personal experience of your classes that actually touch your heart, or a happy moment, you have a happy day?
It is not this year, like 2 to 3 years before it happened. One of the incident I would like to share. It happened that one of the child, he just told me on the very first day, I hate the math subject and I hate maths teacher also on the very first day. So I was like shocked. Whole year passed, explaining him that no, even if you hate the teacher, it's fine, but you should have at least the basic understanding of the topic. And when after he left, after 2 years, he came to me that no, teacher, I was wrong on my part. So that really touched me, and still I remember. At least I was fortunate enough to make him understand that thing.
That means you must be a very hardworking educator, a very good teacher, because you changing such a type of mindset is not so easy.
Yes, ma'am. It really, I was touched by his words, and he was also very grateful. And he just came to me on the Teachers' Day to thank me that whatever learnings you had given, it was very much useful in my life.
That's what we get. What we need other than this as a teacher. This is what we compliment is only required. That give actually boost our teacher. Now, second principle is clear communication. Already inclusion we have done. Now, second one is establishing open lines of communication. Sometimes what happens, some teachers are very arrogant type, stubborn type, and they don't allow open communication. I mean, students are like scared of asking a simple question. Even they don't understand, they are not getting the topic, what you're teaching, but they are hesitate to ask. Maybe you get anger. So that should not, being an educator, we should be very clear, open. Whatever we are going to teach, they are free to ask. They can ask you anything if they are not getting. Why we are there? Just to explain the topic. And if you are not able to do that, that is a very important. Establishing open channels for communication, foster trust and transparency, allowing students to express their concern and opinions freely, thus enhancing classroom cohesion. You must be open to communication, because that only you are able to win the trust of your students. You should be transparent. Sometimes what happens, we are not prepared, maybe family issue or anything, so we are trying to just close that open channel for communication. That should not be done. Whatever you are, if you are in a class, you are going to teach, you have to be very open. Let them ask. Let them express their concern, their opinions freely. Then only you are going to have a better learning outcomes. Then we have feedback mechanism. Once we complete our chapter, we get feedbacks from the student. Recapitulation, after that we can go for recapitulation, but we must have a feedback mechanism. It should not be a closed end. It should be open end. Incorporating structured feedback mechanism empowers students on their learning progress and experience, which ultimately contributes to a more responsive and effective educational environment. That is very important. Sometimes we ask, once we complete a chapter, we ask students, have you understood or anything you want to ask? Feel free to ask any question, because tomorrow maybe we are not coming back to the same topic. Maybe you are going to change the topic. So once we finish the topic, we must be very clear that anything you have, anything you don't understand, any topic, just come, ask, just feel free. Now, roles and responsibility in classroom governance. What is a role of a teacher in a classroom management or classroom governance? We all know that we act as a facilitator. A good teacher, a good educator, and a good educator is actually a facilitator. Suppose, actually, what does it mean, facilitator? See, there are many types of teachers also. Sometimes we are just help the students being a facilitator. Like you just don't ask, you just go and do the work. Like you're teaching something and you go and just do the thing that you're drawing. For example, I'm drawing a map. But why will I draw? I will ask my student to come and help me in drawing. Let them do, let them take the responsibility, let them start, let them get the confidence. Being a facilitator, I would like to invite my student and come and do that. Most of the time we need maps. Sometimes I forget to bring the map in the class, so I let them ask anyone who's a very good artist, come and draw the map of India or any map. And they feel very good. They come and they draw. And after drawing, I say, very nice, you have done a very good job. And they're so happy and they get confidence. Oh, ma'am has said like this. So we need to guide students understanding by creating an engaging environment, promoting critical thinking, and supporting diverse learning style to enhance comprehension. We must guide the students with as a facilitator, promote the critical thinking also. We should give some time, we should have such conversation where they have, you just throw a question, let them have their imagination, let them imagine, let them create their imagination, go beyond the boundaries, and always support diverse learning styles. Don't fix a particular that, oh, I will go through this style. You can change also. Like start with explanation, then demonstration, then question and answer session. So we can have a diverse learning styles also. Let it be student learning. Let them, it should be on them, not like teacher based. It should be always student based learning, student centered. Doesn't mean that we forget the disciplinary authority. We have to set some rules, some regulation, and right now it's April, start of the session. The most important time is now only of disciplinary authority. That you have to tell them the rules, regulation of the classes, how to behave, where to go, what to do, how to go in a line, everything. What are the rules of the class? In the April month, they have to decorate their bulletin board, class board, notice board, everything. So many changes comes in April because it's the beginning. And there only the time that you have to enforce rules to classroom, ensuring a safe learning environment while applying consistent consequence to foster respect. So that is very important. It is not that being a facilitator of, we are also educator, we also a facilitator, but our role should be to discipline them also. We don't forget the line is also there, the rules, the regulation, they must follow. If you are in a school, if you are in class, you know your boundaries, how to behave, your language control, unnecessary things you are not going to do, you're not going to fight, nothing like that, not going to overpower each other. So we are a facilitator also, and disciplinary action also we are going to take. So our roles and responsibility are very clear when we are going to take care of the classroom management. We are going to student engagement. See, okay, we are talking about disciplinary, we are talking, but we must talk about active participation. a good classroom management is actually successful when most of the students are coming and participating. We must encourage them for active participation. We can employ various strategies such as GD, group discussion, then interactive activities to motivate students to contribute their thoughts and enhance peer learning. We have to do like we have started our classes, and many times there is a topic where we need a serious group discussion. We can say that yes, this side students, you can start one row, second row, third. You can come and give your opinion. We can do some interactive activities, like we can go for what you say, GD group discussion. We can go for role play, any topic you can give them. Suppose you are teaching any topic and you can ask them to do. Social science, mostly we have to take role play most of the time, because sometimes, history especially, history becomes very boring and children are not interested to go. Just they listen, oh ma'am, history period, see the faces. And if you say in history period, we are going to do some role play and see the faces change. And actually, they would get very happy to just about, okay, we are not going to listen a lecture. We are going to have a role play. That means we are going to participate. See their faces changes, and finally, what you have decided, your lesson plan will successfully done, and you will get the learning outcome same day. That is immediate learning outcome you get if you change a lesson into a role play, into some act. Because when they perform, it actually, they have to understand the every concept. Then only they are going to perform that concept successful. They learn that in that same way. Then we have to empower student leadership. Here, when we start encouraging active participation, actually they get leadership quality is also highlighted during this period only. If you have asked them to perform, some students, they were not interested. Some are very much interested, and actually they want to be the leader of that leadership roles. By providing opportunities for students to take on leadership roles, teachers cultivate responsibility and confidence, enabling students to influence classroom decision and initiative. See, every class we have class monitor, we have blackboard monitor, so many, we have class representative. Every student is not ready to become this class monitor or representative also. Those who are having leadership qualities, and it is upon us, we are the educators, and we have to make it sure that each and every student should get the chance to become this class representative, or whatever roles you are offering. Any, like in house also, if you are going to have any house competition, you have to give them chance. You have to cultivate responsibility among them, that you have to encourage them that yes, they should participate. It's not limited to our class only. We are there to make them responsible, to create, to enhance their confidence. Everything comes here. Empowering student leadership also comes here. Now, what are the strategies for implementing class governance? Classroom management techniques. Setting ground rules, establishing clear and explicit classroom rules helps create a safe and respectful environment, guiding student behavior and expectation from the onset of the school year. We have to make some ground rules. Yes, it should be very clear that this is your classroom rules, and it helps to create a safe and respectful environment. Often session started, we all know that if April is started, so many things we have to bring in the class, because we get every year. Being a class teacher, you are getting a new class. Being a subject teacher, changes are there. Students are changing each and every year. So we must have some ground rules, we must have some classroom rules. Like, yes, you can't, we all make classroom rule. I think you all are making. So let's know what is the classroom rule at your school or in your class. Exactly, being a class teacher, Pooja ma'am, kindly share your classroom rules. They must have, the children must have made the classroom rules according to what you have said. They must have hanged somewhere. Sometimes students also hang. In some classes I have seen there is some classroom rules. Don't move in the class. Don't eat while teacher is there. So like this type of classroom rules are made starting of session in April only. A lot of changes because every April we get new faces, new student in every class. So what classroom rules actually you all said as educator? You must have some classroom rules. Let's start. Let's get to know your ground rules. Anyone, can you share? I hope I'm not so boring. Shilpa ma'am, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Kindly share some rules. That also guides student behavior and expectation from the onset of the school year. We expect a lot from our students and they
Ma'am, may I?
also. Yes, Pooja ma'am, thank you for being so active.
Ma'am, like actually, I tell the students only to make the rules for themselves. I don't share my rules. I just expect so that like first ground rule is when they have to wait for the turn. Whenever the teacher is asking a question, they should not create a chaos in the class. This is the
Just
first
raise the
ground
hand.
rule. The second is like children are in a habit of drinking water in between. They should
Yes,
not
yes.
drink water when the teacher is explaining something that is very disrespect towards the teacher. Then third thing is they should, all of them should leave their activity, all the activities that they are doing, and they should greet the teacher first of all.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you so much. Actually, from you all, I am also learning so many things. You said a very good thing that actually we don't make rules. In some classes, I see teachers are also doing. Actually, what happens starting with this, when the session start, we all have a group discussion that now today we are going to make the our classroom rules. So everyone is free to share their ideas, and actually they bring such an ideas which actually they are only doing, but they know that where the mistake we are making, and they actually come with those rules. Like, ma'am, he is always keep on moving when teacher is teaching. Some teacher are teaching and he come to my place and sometime he return back to other. So this must be a rule that he should, no one should move when classes is going, or even teacher is not there, why should you go out of the class without permission? So these things come out from the discussion only. And if we give the responsibility to the student for setting classroom rules, actually a long list will come and they are going to follow. Once they see, they are going to follow 100%. That is very successful system. Then we have behavior management system. We have already set the ground rules. Now we come to the behavior management. Implementing a structured behavior management system allows educators to monitor, conduct, and reinforce positive behavior. See, I think like we have already made the classroom rules, and we must see that if some students are seriously taking those rules, we must reinforce those positive behavior, so that seeing them, other students should also come forward and follow the behavior management system. That yes, if I am behaving properly, I am getting this reinforced. You can make a star, or like most of the time, sometime what happen in some schools they are doing, I have seen, like a student who is very good at everything, like behavior wise, communication skill is very good and always talking in English only wherever he is, and everyone is observing that that student is getting the star student or best student or star speaker, like this reward. And that is also been, I mean, That is all popularized, photo is taken, and WhatsApp group is going on. Parents are also very getting happy. Oh, my child is recognized, he is being given reinforced for a positive behavior. Seeing all that, every student wants to get that star. Oh, I should also have a badge on my dress uniform. So that actually promotes good behavior. And what exactly we need for a better classroom? We need a behavior management system. Unless and until we are not going to properly implement this behavior management system, you can have many ways. Every school, every teacher have their own style to do this, but we must do this. Now, collaborative governance. Building partnership with stakeholders, fostering relation with including teachers, school administration, local organization, enhance resource sharing, supports a cohesive educational approach for students. See, collaborating. That means we are having relationship with stakeholders. Some schools, I'm talking about big schools, even including teachers, school administration, and all local organization. We have to enhance resource sharing. We have to present a support, a cohesive educational approach for students. We have to, together, we can make such a conducive learning environment where we can support the students. Even everyone can come and have a partnership. Those near like administrator, local organization, even engaging families and communities. Even the parents must be engaged in this. Classroom governance promote collaboration, increase accountability, and strengthen the support network for student learning and development. What happens if a student is not behaving properly? We, most of the time during PTM, we share our opinions about the student. If it is good, there also we are sharing. Parents are very happy. If it's not good, then also we have to tell the parents. So when we have thought for a good governance, good management, their parent must be involved. Whether they are for behavioral issue or whether we are having positive issue, we have to engage the parents. So they should also feel that yes, I am also being actively participating in my child's growth. They must be given the chance. Now, some challenges. Let's discuss what are the challenges. Right now, we have studied about strategies, principle, all these. Still, we face sometimes, still a single student can make us feel that no, we are not successful. Many times it happens. We have faced challenge in our classroom governance. So, anyone, you have any experience of classroom governance, any issue? Let me finish once this, then only I will share some videos because in between I can't go. Resistance to change, that is very important. Many are not going to change. Many people resist to change. Suppose you are bringing something new to the school, sometime even the management oppose, the concerned authorities impose. Sometimes the student itself is not ready to change itself. So we must know the source of resistance. What is the problem? We have to study. We should not take the children as a problem. Why he's behaving like this, that is the most important thing, source of his problem. Understanding the root causes of opposition in the classroom environment, such as fear of the unknown, previous negative experience, or lack of information, is crucial for effective governance. Now, to overcome resistance, implementing gradual changes, fostering open communication, providing support and training. These things ease transition and acceptance of new strategies for student and staff. Whenever something new is going to happen in the school or in the class, there is someone who is going to resist. Ravi sir can relate to this very easily. If some strategies you are going to implement, how sometimes we as a teacher, we sometimes say that, no, sir, we are not ready to do this. But that is the main thing, that how we are going to find out the main reason behind it, and how we are going to overcome. That is most important. Now, balancing authority and autonomy. The teacher-student dynamic. Exploring the interplay between a teacher's authoritative role and a student need for independence reveals important insight for fostering a respectful and effective learning environment. We all know that there is always a interplay between a teacher's behavior, maybe it can be very strict role, and a student need for independence. See, we have to see that how much we are going to stop the student from misbehaving. And there should be a giving a independence also. We should, it's okay, we are having some rules, and let them be accountable for their behavior. Let them get independence so that we can have a fostering a respectful and effective learning environment. We cannot always be very strict, and we cannot always be very lenient that they forget the main important thing. It should be independence should be given, but at such a level that it bring a respectful and effective learning environment. Next is developing mutual trust. There should always be a mutual understanding between. Creating a foundation of trust requires consistent communication, shared expectation, active listening to ensure that both teacher and student feel valued and empowered their roles. There should be a mutual understanding between students and teachers, even management and teachers. It should create, see, we should give such a time, we should give a balanced mutual understanding between the management, between the teachers and students, so that each one have feel that yes, they are valued in this organization. We must have a mutual trust. Now, assessment and improvement of government strategies. Once we started a strategy, we are continuously doing the same strategy. That will not bring a change, because always there are changes are always coming. So continuous improvement process should be there. Qualitative and quantitative measures. Focus on systematic approaches to enhancing governance practice, incorporating feedback loops, revisions to ensure ongoing adaptability and responsiveness to changing needs. That means whatever strategies we have taken, it should be continuously improved. We have to work on it. It should not be stagnant at the same place, same thing. It should be dynamic one, and continuous improvement should be going on. Then it should have quality and quantitative measures. That is, we have assessing governance effectiveness, including feedback surveys, performance data, even the stakeholder satisfaction ratings to provide a comprehensive education. Thank you all. And I hope if there's some takeaways are there, and some video also I want to share. Actually, I'm not finding my videos. Let me see where it has gone.
There is a fun game you can play during class for classroom management. There's one I learned my second year teaching, and it's called Mystery Student. You can use cards or equity sticks for this. First, I'll write every student's name on a card, and then every morning I choose one of them at random. The students don't know who I choose. What if there was a fun game you can play during class for classroom management? There's one I learned my second year teaching, and it's called Mystery Student. You can use cards or equity sticks for this. First, I'll write every student's name on a card, and then every morning I choose one of them at random. The students don't know who I choose, which is the mystery. I like to put my card up here as a visual reminder that someone is chosen. Now, throughout the day, students are on the best behavior just in case they are the mystery student. And when the day has ended, then it's time to reveal the mystery student. And if that student was making great choices all day, we'll reveal the name of the class and they earned a positive note home for parents. But if the mystery student wasn't following expectations all day, we don't reveal the name and I put it back in the cards and they try again tomorrow. Something I've been doing that's making this a little bit easier myself is at the beginning of the month, I'll write every student's name on one of these positive notes and have them ready to go. And then I'll choose 2 of them at random and they'll be my mystery students for the day. In my experience, it makes it a little bit more equitable and then everyone gets a fair chance. You can also experiment with the duration to see what works best for you. You could do it for different subjects, hours, or even during rotations.
Yes. Now I would like to ask, how was my session to you all? I hope I am able to live up to your expectation. This was my first experience of my first webinar, and I tried my level best. And I hope you understood this video. That's very important. I was talking about that how we can go for behavior management system, and that was just an example. I hope you are able to get it what he was trying to say. Yes, sir.
So before we go to the next part of the session, I believe, ma'am, you need to be visible to the participants now. You're actually not visible.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was
So
doing.
we would request if there are any participants who are having queries, you can come forward and ask the resource person so that she can give you a very good, what do we say, clarity for that.
My video is not coming, sir.
No.
Then I need to join from outside. Another one.
Okay. If there are no queries, may I get to know the feedback? Roja ma'am, can you kindly give your valuable feedback as in how it was? Yeah.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. I joined this session at 7:30, but wonderful it was. Ma'am, I don't know ma'am's name. I think Kalavat,
Arshika.
Ma'am is Arshika.
Harshika. Okay, okay. A
Arshika.
wonderful name. Okay. Yeah, you were so nice. You know, you very wonderfully you were explaining, and you have taken the webinar beautifully, and it was so, I mean, what should I say? Clear to the point. It was wonderful. It was.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
So
Sir,
yes,
I have a query.
yes, Punita ma'am.
Ma'am, can you explain the video how to check the behavior of the students?
Oh, thank you, ma'am. That's a very good question. Actually, now he was showing that behavior card. How you can make a behavior card. Like every day, we have already set the rules of our class. We have set the rules, and what we have to do, we have to hide a card. We have not written any name there. You have just tell the student that there is a mystery card, mystery student name is given, and hide it anywhere. And we have to observe whole day. And we know we have monitors, we have class representatives. We can also ask them to keep an eye on the student because we are not high tech like European countries because they are having cameras and everything fitted and they can see, and all the time you cannot see the student, your student, all the time, only in one period you can see. So you can allot some student also, and you can observe, you can ask teachers also, and keep an eye on them, and you at last at the end you get the idea that who is the best student. Just write their name and show the whole class. Let's see how well he behaves. So he's the mystery student, actually well behaved student, and he will get the star, whatever you have kept for him to. Actually, it will motivate other student also. This is a simple reinforcement.
Okay, just like star of the day.
Yeah, star of the day. Like
Thank
we in our school also practicing this one. Star speaker, star student, best behaved student, like this.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we give them certificates, like uh, whoever takes part in all the activities and very punctual and regular, and
It
also
is a
in
star also.
having attendance, 100% attendance. So we give them a certificate so that the others, come up.
Yes. So that was really good. Thank you everyone for sharing your knowledge and inputs as well. So, yes, now it's time to get into the conclusion aspects of the webinar. So, firstly, as you have seen, it was a wonderful training which was put forth by Mrs. Arshi Khan. So, the people who wish to stay informed about our webinars, which are happening on daily basis, can join our webinar group, which through the link which I have shared in the chat box, so that will help you in staying informed about the webinars which we are conducting on daily basis. As you know, SNTTC has kept the opportunity of learning open for everyone. That's the reason there is no price to join the session. It is open for everyone throughout the nation. However, in case you really wish that the certificate adds to your profile, and if you want to grab a certificate, you need to pay rupees 50 towards your certificate through Google Pay or Phone Pay or Paytm to the following number, which I am writing in the chat box: 990-892-5730. So this is the number 990-892-5730. You can do it through Google Pay, Phone Pay, or Paytm, and send the screenshot through WhatsApp to the same number along with your complete name. Let me repeat it, along with your complete name. So the people who send it will be receiving the certificates within 24 hours, most probably by tomorrow afternoon, or in case by tomorrow evening. Within 24 hours, you will be receiving your certificates. This is how you claim your certificate. Coming to the other part, as you all know, every month we are having a batch of TTT course. Every month we have been very successful in giving out at least 10 trainers who are successfully completing their course and who are becoming good resource persons. As you are seeing, all our resource persons have been wonderful throughout this journey with all the participants. So who wish to become a trainer can join our upcoming Train the Trainer course, which is going to start from the 1st of May. So our next course is starting from the 1st of May. Just a second. Yeah, not 1st, probably 3rd of May. Our next session is going to start from 3rd of May, which is a Saturday. So people who wish to join this course, become resource person, and add this certificate to your profile of being a resource person, can join our course. You can text me for the details. The details will be shared with you. So I believe that's all for today. We can all, have our delicious dinner and go to sleep and wake up with all the josh tomorrow in the morning, because it's a Monday and we need to again go and have some fun with our students. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Arshima. It was indeed a wonderful session, and we are expecting much more sessions from you like this.
Thank you, sir. Your words mean a lot to me.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Yes.